What's going on, everybody? Well, I'm sitting here trying to figure out what I want to do and what I want to work on. So, alright, y'all. Been tinkering with the tail lights a little bit. I didn't get my solder gun out, but I did go ahead and do just a little taping up some wires for now, temporarily. And I don't really have this mounted back. It's because when you go flip it up, it's just a pain. It always wants to fall back down. I think it should have been different, but anyway. What I've done, I just wired in a little plug on the back. I didn't make a really long wire. It really don't even reach there because it needs to go to a splitter anyway. Because the front ones, you got your front bulbs are on their own plug. Instead of splicing them together, I just run to a splitter. Sometimes when you do splice like these front ones to a set that you just bought, sometimes when you splice together, one set just won't come on. They'll work by themselves, but as soon as you touch them together, they go off. It's kind of weird. So I wanted to make sure that don't happen, and that's what we got to do now. So when I plug these in to the splitter with these front ones, hopefully they all four stay on. I got that remote on. I got a battery in here. I got the front ones plugged in. Tail lights are not plugged in yet. Now they're just mounted in there. I drilled the hole to fit the bulb. I just haven't I gotta glue them in. So I can't really do this one-handed. Well, for the element of surprise, let me go ahead and turn it off, plug them in, and turn it back on. Alright, now the only splitters I have left, I bought a pack with a bunch of them. Had 3-way splitters, 2-way splitters, all that. I've only got the 3-ways left, which is fine because this is a 3-channel receiver, but I only have a 2-channel remote that goes to it right now. So therefore, I can't flip a switch on the 3rd channel or nothing, but you can still plug in and lights and stuff will come on, no problem. Then there's just a battery one that's 4 lights and stuff. So I'm trying to keep an extra output because I got spotlights to run. That's why it's nice to have this 3-way. So now let's turn it on, find out if all the lights are going to work. Okay, them came back on. Do we have, oh, we got lights. So there we go. We now have headlights and tail lights. I'm going to have to solder them up and get some glue on there, holding them in place a little better. But that's a good thing. I don't know what my cat's just knocked over. Now, what was my next step? I started to order some new servos, but there's nothing wrong with this one. I was just going to wait till it goes out. Maybe I'll order some. I've seen some pretty good ones. So anyway, I'm trying to think of what else it was I was about to do on this bad boy. Oh, I know what I want to do. I want to find out if I can run this light by doing the double tap reverse, like I said. I know I can do it on my Traxxas. I know I can do it on my Axial. So let's give it a shot on a red cap receiver. So all you got to do, if this is going to work. See, I don't have a switch to run this. I don't have a 3rd channel, nothing like that. So in order to run that, I've done it many a times with other vehicles, like I said. You go to the number 2 channel, which is your ESC slot. Put a splitter so I can still plug the ESC to one end of this light to the other, and then I should be able to double tap reverse. Let's shut this off. Let me go ahead and unplug number 2. Alright, y'all, we're ready to give this a shot. Now, again, just to run this down, we run a splitter to the number 2 channel. Then you run your ESC to one of them so that you still have everything working. Then you just have 2 extra splitters that go to your number 2. Use one for your lights. I don't know how well this is going to work like this, but we're going to find out. Okay. All that came on. Shabam. So, truck works. Gently, we're going to double tap reverse. Nope, it's not working. Okay, so my channels reverse. So let's see. That's forward making it happen, though. That's the problem. I don't like that. So let's see. Backwards, forward. Okay. Okay, so I don't like tapping this a whole bunch like that, but let's see. Seems like now it don't want to stop. I don't want to go full speed. There we go. It's almost like I go all the way backwards and it works. I don't know, it's kind of different than most. All my other ones you double tap reverse. This one you kind of got to go reverse, forward, stuff like that. Like, see, reverse, forward, reverse, forward. If I can just get a whole new remote, would even be better. I kind of got one, but the receiver I got to it is super tiny and it wouldn't work because it goes with this car. It's got a really good remote with it, but the receiver is like mega small. This is a 3D printed car. Ooh, and I didn't count that earlier. I was counting how many RCs I had earlier and I forgot about this one. Oh boy. I ain't gonna say how many I got, but it surprised me. I mean, y'all can guess if you want. See who can get the closest. I don't know what I'm doing now. I got a lot of work to get this thing all mounted up and whatnot, and it's already probably after 1 a.m. I don't know how I get to so many late videos. So alright, now at least I feel like I got something accomplished. Let's check it out before I put it on there. Just got the light on the roof. We'll show you that in a second, but all the splitters I had to run, everything is all buttoned up and cleaned up over here. Kind of as neat as I could get it. And you still have to have taillights coming through here, and the body still shuts by coming down back here without hitting the wire. So you got to be careful. But the outrunner, also, you got to make sure the outrunner is not hitting anything, which, as you can tell, everything's good. Got plenty of clearance. So now all I got to do is plug in the lights on this bad boy here, because check it out. So bam, they're on there. Let's get this baby on there. So now, let's see if everything's going to work. Haven't tested since I put it together. So bam, plug in the lights. Make sure I got room to plug that or lock this down. What's catching there? Get out of the way. There we go. Sorry. Now, we got headlights. Oops. Got headlights. We do have both tail lights. Nice. Very happy with that. I need to do the same thing to the Michigans next, and the FJ40. None of them have any dang tail lights. Kind of a bummer. So now, should I do it while it's on the ground, you think? Yep. When you're on your desk, it's hard to do. See if I can figure this out. If I back up and forward. But see, the thing is, you gotta go more than just a tiny bit on the switch. And then once you get where you're happy with it, you just leave it and drive. So now, this thing is about ready for an actual run. Alright, y'all. As soon as that dang tow truck boom shows up, I'm going to be a lot happier with this. But it should be here soon. I should have a few good items on the way. I love them shocks. The truck does not lean any to the left or right. It just goes. Just smooth operating in it. I'm a huge fan of these Outrunner motors from FMS. As soon as they come in stock, I'll have one of the V2 Outrunner motors off of the FCX 10 Pro LC80 V2. It's got a higher kV. But it just seems like, I guess, because it's a direct gear drive setup, you know, you don't have all the portals and whatnot. It kind of just seems hard to push with that motor. Usually I thought they were easier, like by hand when it's turned off. It seems to do really good. I ain't got no issues out of it, so. Nice, huh? I love these shocks. You know what? I need to just go ahead and order a couple more sets of those. I think so. I need to stockpile them. I love them so much. So, what next? Guess we wait. Wait on the tow truck piece. And get a remote figured out so I'm able to turn these lights off. I wonder if I turn the truck off and back on, will it end up coming on to a memory? Nope. So it goes off. Okay. Not a big deal. And see, if you do want to drive without them, you can drive no problem. And I think if I hit reverse and then just drive, they don't, okay, they will come on. So I was seeing if I just, it seems like they go through the features real easy, but then when you want to change it, it's a pain in the butt. It's doing it on its own now, but like backwards and forward, it changes. Okay, let's just make it that easy every time. Go backwards and forward. Sometimes it seems like forward to backwards does it, so it confuses me. When I want them to, they sure don't. That last one right there, it's hard to get to stop after you're on this one. There we go. It's a pain in the butt, but it's still, at least you have your lights when you want them. I'll probably just let them do their thing whenever they're on. I don't really care. You can hook them to the steering as well. Every time you go left and right, they change. So I think we're better with the throttle, huh? Well, I guess this is enough for this video.